Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about the main themes of the current market in 2025, and I'm going to give you examples of stocks that made explosive moves within each theme. As a little reminder of where a theme in the financial markets is a trend in the economy that can be driven by politics or disruptive technologies or demographics or cultural shifts, amongst other things. Themes are very important to identify when you're trading based on catalysts or stories, because a lot of the time, this is where the big moves happen, with the exception of biotech, where big moves can happen anytime. So me, as someone who is trading based on catalyst and looking for explosive moves, a catalyst within a hot theme increases the probability of this catalyst to work and gives me so much more confidence to take the trade and put significant size in it as well. Okay, so now let's get to the topic of today's video, which is the current market themes. I have identified 4 major ones where a lot of explosive moves happened. The first theme we're going to discuss is crypto treasury strategy. So this is a theme where companies announced that they are starting a treasury strategy anchored in crypto. For example, by raising a significant amount of money in the millions to buy a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, etc. And this theme is very much driven by the current cryptocurrency hype. The first company which made a move in the crypto treasury reserve strategy, as far as I'm aware, is DFDV, which at the time the ticker was GNVR. So on the 7th of April 2025, the company announced that they raised 42 million from prominent crypto investors to enhance their digital asset treasury strategy. And as you can see, this is the daily chart of DFDV, which was GNVR at the time. The stock made an incredible move. So let's see. Well, first of all, there was a gap here. And then let's see. The move was 2,500% in 45 days. Now, second stock which followed in DFDV footstep, CEP. So CEP, same. CEP on the 23rd of April made announcement that CEP and 21 launched Bitcoin native company, Bitcoin treasury strategy of $585 million. And so from there, the stock made a move of 400%. Now it gave up some of the gains from the top here, 47%, and it's been kind of just going sideways ever since. But the initial move over just a few days, 9 days here, 450%. Third stock, KIDZ, KIDZ, so made an announcement on the 1st of May, enters into a 400 million equity purchase facility agreement to launch Solana-based treasury strategy. And so the move was here. This is where the announcement was. And the stock made an incredible move of nearly 800% in 2 days. Now it has given up the gains here. Not all the gains, but pretty significant. It went back to $2.4 when it reached at the peak nearly $11 here. Next one, which is NACA, at the time was Kindly. They keep changing their tickers. So here, NACA on the 12th of May announced merger with Nakamoto to start a 720 million Bitcoin treasury. So again, when the announcement happened, there was a big gap up. Then 600, nearly 700 moved that day, including the gap up. But then I think because it was so extended on that day, such an explosive move, it gave up a lot of the gains in 3 days, and there was a delayed reaction. So you can see after the 3rd day, on the 4th day, there was a delayed reaction and a move of nearly 300%. Next on the list is SPET. So SPET made an announcement on the 27th of May, and they announced 425 million private placement to initiate Ethereum treasury strategy. So same thing, it made an incredible move. So including the gap up, which is like pre-market action, nearly 2,000, like 1,700% in 7 days. Next is KNW, so No Lab. I think this is a biotech company that, on the 6th of June announced $128 million of Bitcoin treasury through Greg Kidd acquisition. So Greg Kidd acquired part of this company for $128 million to start this Bitcoin treasury. And the move was about 900% in, again, 7 days. Next on the list is SRM. SRM on the 16th announced launching TRON treasury strategy with 100 million equity investment. The move was nearly 600%. It kind of all happened on the first day, gave up a little bit of the gains, then a bit of a delayed reaction on the 3rd day and 4th day, which was a decent 60%. Next on the list is HYPD, which was the ticker was INEYEN at the time of the announcement. On the 17th of June, made an announcement of 50 million investment to launch a hyperlink hype token crypto treasury strategy. So that was on the 17th of June, which was here. So on the 17th of June, from there it made a 300% move. Next, NA, which was a 1-day move. Actually, that one just gave up all the gains. So on the 24th of June, announced a 500 million convertible notes private placement for BNB treasury strategy. I think this was this day here, and as you can see, it made a crazy move on the day. So that was, let's see, nearly 200%, but then gave up all the gains. And last but not least, that's actually the craziest move that I've seen so far in this crypto treasury strategy theme, is BMNR. This stock was absolutely crazy. So on the 30th of June, announced a 250 million private placement to initiate Ethereum crypto treasury strategy. It was actually backed by Tom Lee, and he was to become, I'm not sure he already became chairman of the company. And essentially, the stock made, in just a few days, made it nearly 400%, 4,000%, 3,674% move in 6 days. Now, because of the extent of this move, there was a lot of short sellers, obviously, in the following days. So now it has given up some of those gains in the same kind of crazy way. But it went, in 1 day, it went from trading around $4 or $5 all the way to $30. That's just the first day of the move, and it went all the way to nearly like 100 and let me just see exactly. So the high of the day was $161. So it went all the way there and then started giving up a little bit of that gains. But I think this stock is to be kept under the radar. So that's it for the crypto treasury strategy theme. This has seen, in my experience, the most dramatic moves. The other themes also had some interesting moves, but they weren't as dramatic, as crazy as crypto treasury strategy theme. So the next theme was, let's look at AI autonomous driving. So this is a sub-theme really within the major theme of AI, which is autonomous driving, autonomous delivering, robotaxis, and things like that. So the first stock which made a move was actually Pony. And here, Pony, on the 23rd of April, they announced that they were entering into a strategic partnership with Tencent Cloud to advance autonomous driving technology and robotaxi commercial deployment. And so from there, as you can see from the lows, Pony has made a pretty nice 300%, 364% in about 20 days. And it's been kind of just going sideways, a little bit of giving up the gains around here, but you know, from the lows, it has made a pretty nice move. Next stock is ARAI. So I think this one is autonomous delivering. So on the 10th of June, they announced that they secured another key patent for their smart mailbox anchored autonomous last mile delivery solution platform. And so from there, this was actually this day here. It made a 1-day move, and the move was about 170%. Okay, so that's it for the autonomous driving. Next theme is another sub-theme of AI, and it is semiconductors and NVIDIA. And the last one is also another AI. So AI is very much the main theme and the main play in this market, but there are sub-themes within that major theme. So for AI NVIDIA, there was the first stock was NVTS. And NVTS made an announcement on the 21st of May that they were that NVIDIA selected NVTS to collaborate on the next generation 800V HVDC architecture. And so the stock was, before the announcement, was trading around $2, like $1.89, made a crazy gap up from there, 148% just on the gap, and essentially made a move of 363% from there, and is trading currently around $6, but it went all the way to kind of $9 on that particular catalyst. Next on the list is CYN. So CYN, same, made an announcement that it was partnered with NVIDIA to showcase its autonomous industrial vehicles at Automatica, which is a robotic fair in 2025. So same, that was on the 26th of June. The stock was trading before the announcement around $4, and it made a move from there all the way to, well, 800%, nearly 900% on that particular day. But of course, the move was so extended in one day that it gave up the gains. It went all the way to $42, and then it just gave up all these gains really, and is trading currently around $9. So these moves, I mean, apart from the cryptocurrency treasury strategy, they have been mostly a 1-day move. Sometimes they were more, but a good trading strategy for these types of explosive moves was to actually peel from the first day to maybe take off 80% of the position off the table, and then maybe leave 20% and see what could happen. If it was going to be a multi-day move, then you know you're capturing that gain over the 20%. Otherwise, you just have a stop loss and you don't have a position. And the last theme on my list was actually the data centers, which is again related to AI and high performance computing. So the first stock which made an announcement was TSSI. It wasn't an announcement, it was financial results. They actually had a 500% EPS growth. This is a data center service provider specifically for AI and HPC, and on their financial results they reported a 500% EPS growth, which was pretty crazy, and so a turnaround really. So it was this day here, and the stock made ever since a move of 240% in the last month or so, 46 days. Next stock on my list for the data centers is APLD. APLD made an announcement on the 2nd of June that they were, so they announced 250 megawatt AI data center lease with CoreWave in North Dakota. And so the move was about, I would say actually from here, about 100%. Next stock on my list was actually a pretty interesting one, AAOI. So this one So this one on the 11th of June 2025, so this is a data center provider for optic fiber, and they announced the first volume shipment of data center transceivers to recently engage with major hyperscale customers. And the stock on that day, which was the 11th, actually sold off. It gapped up and gave up all the gains, and it just went, well, actually gave up more gains, and it went sideways. It's only on the 18th of June here that it actually had a delayed reaction and the real move started. So let's see how much was the move there. So a decent 74%. And the last stock on my list was NEHC, and I remember this one pretty well because this one actually didn't work. So on the 12th of June, so again, this is related to data centers. The Texas Critical Data Center, which is their joint venture with Sharon AI, is in active discussion with certain large enterprise customers to anchor their planned AI infrastructure build out in Texas. Now the thing is with this headline was that it was just in discussions. They were in discussions. There was nothing that was really official or that was already agreed. Therefore, the stock made a move on the day but gave up all the gains. Actually, it made a move pre-market, which was, let's see how much was the move. So 100% of a move, but then gave up all those gains, and it's just been trading lower ever since the announcement. So this is just an example of when a catalyst is not as strong because it's not, there's nothing concrete and nothing tangible in this catalyst, that even within a hot theme, the move tends to be faded and tends to not work. So it's not really worth trading. And this is why it's very important to understand the catalyst. And the catalyst is not just some keywords put together and, you know, is going to result in an explosive move just because you see a data center here, AI there, or whatever. You need to really understand the catalyst. What's really at play behind this catalyst? Is this a genuine catalyst, or is this just some PR operation? So that's it for today. So just to recap, there were four main themes that I personally observed in the current market: crypto treasury strategy, autonomous vehicles, autonomous driving, NVIDIA, semiconductors, and data centers. Thanks for watching.